It was the poet Robert Frost who, in his poem, The Road Not Taken, wrote of choosing the road less traveled and how it made all the difference in his life. And it's in the spirit of that poem that we offer up a new segment that will appear from time to time here on Motor Week. We call it Detours. And this week's detour takes us to the outer limits of the world of automotive art, where bright colors, cool cars, and an outlaw culture collide to create a form of expression that's like no other. It's called lowbrow art, and you can trace its inspirations back to the early days of California's hot rod and custom culture. After World War II, many homecoming GIs found the left coast's gorgeous coastal climate to their liking, while its proximity to the salt flat deserts attracted increasing numbers of automotive and aerospace engineers. Interest in hot rodding exploded. Then in the mid-50s, a young mechanical whiz named Kenny Howard reintroduced the art of pinstriping on cars. He took on the name Von Dutch, and his frenzied style of jagged lines and angles blew the doors off customizing.
He was like the garage genius, the guy that could take a car, turn it into a hot rod. He could invent a pinstripe. He could invent any wild machine, a gun, a knife.
Von Dutch also popularized the painted flame, reminiscent of the nose art of World War II fighter planes. And he introduced the practice of painting monsters on cars and t-shirts. It wasn't long before Ed Big Daddy Roth cashed in on the monster idea, creating Ratfink. Roth was the king of the customizers, crafting wildly imaginative shapes with plastic.
We took this big piece of plastic down to the pizza guy, and he heated it up for in his oven. And then we just stuck a hose underneath it, and it blew up like a big bubble. And it was the first time it worked, and it was amazing to me.
Roth influenced a whole generation of kids with his crazy customs and his Ratfink paraphernalia. He also hired the hallucinatory artist Robert Williams as artistic director at Roth Studios. Williams tore apart the definition of art, challenging the establishment with a thing called lowbrow, an innovative art movement chopped and channeled by the car culture of California.
I don't think you know how fantastic it is out here, how growing and how much mental soup it's brewing is out here. It's remarkable, it really is. Hot rods started out here, skateboards, outlaw motorcycles, the psychedelic movement started out here, the underground comics started out here.
All of these things blended into a new aesthetic that was pure California pop culture. There was nothing highbrow about it, and although it was a rebellious, youthful form of expression, it was clearly descended from post-war era thinking, such as the West Coast fascination with automotive performance and customizing, their resistance to McCarthyism, the influence of the entertainment industry, and the growing number of people drawn to California as the last bastion of freedom. Out of this grew the unique culture of Los Angeles, a sprawling urban environment designed around the mobility of the automobile and a love of entertainment.
It's really all about cartoon expressionism. Some people call it cartoon surrealism.
Von Dutch, the grandfather of this art movement, and then Roth, maybe the father, and Robert Williams, the son.
And basically, it's a school that's primarily happening out of Southern California, heavily influenced by the automobile culture, hot rods, lowriders, as well as other things that California has to offer, like surfing, graffiti, skateboarding, tattoo art.
There were two type of guys in the Air Force. There was the guys from California and there was the guys from not from California. The guys from California, we'd always get in the corner and we'd start rapping about engines and carburetors and stuff that was really interesting, because you got someplace with doing that.
Cars and California, the two are nearly inseparable, and lowbrow art is a testament to the cars and the culture of Southern California.